Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'm enjoying a afternoon. So I'm gonna say his name wrong. Chauvin case is over. Yeah, he was found guilty on all three accounts. That's not surprising to me because it's just not. Um, but the part that I think is the part that I do find surprising is that the jurors, or at least so far, two jurors. One was an alternate, and the other one I'm not sure because the media doesn't always give you the whole story. They give you the version of the story that's going to get the most clicks. Anyway, a juror came out and said that she felt that like she had to do a guilty verdict on everything because of the BLM and the riots and just the pressure of not doing it. Now here's the problem. That right there is enough to get a mistrial. So if you really don't want riots, you need to shut up. It's like everyone wants to be, because this is the problem with like our social media age today, is because everything that gets news, if you're involved in it, you can spin that off and try to get some fame. So this woman wants to be interviewed, obviously, because she's probably paid for these interviews, and so she's gonna end up getting it to be a mistrial, and then there will be riots. I mean, so like, if you really don't want riots, you gotta shut up. But I mean, most likely, if all it takes is one juror, so that alone right there is enough to get a mistrial. She says she felt I forgot the proper words, but the key word is she felt pressure. She did say she felt pressure. She felt pressured. She didn't say she felt pressured into giving a verdict, but she said she felt pressured into, which is the same thing. But she said she felt pressure because of potential riots and Black Lives Matter. So everyone who feels a certain type of way about this case, I don't feel any way about this case. But if you feel a certain way about this case, if you're a celebrity, don't go, you better do this. If you're a freedom rights leader, whatever, don't go, you better do this. All of this is taken to an account. So when the defense wants to appeal, they're going to use your quote. They're going to quote you. They're going to quote you, and it's going to say, I felt pressure. They're going to quote the Congress. Um, there's members of Congress. They're going to quote members of Congress who are saying, you better do this. They're going to quote celebrities saying, you need to vote this way or there's going to be trouble. All these people are causing what they don't want. So supposedly these people want justice, but they're doing everything in their power to make sure they can get a mistrial. So in a way, is this whole thing set up? Because either I don't know, like, are people this stupid? If you want this man to be put in jail, you obviously cannot threaten the jurors. You cannot put public pressure on the jurors. It's just not going to stand. It's almost like they let this trial happen so he can get a guilty verdict, so the sheep could feel satisfied, and then they'll have a mistrial and let him off scot free. That's what it seems like. What's what's in store to happen? People have to stop letting your emotions run your life. This and also you have to stop letting other people's lives get you all riled up. And you don't know anyone involved in this case. I'm talking to you famous people and influencers who, when you speak on the internet, sheep listen to, and hence put social pressure on jurors. For this case to work, that can't happen. The justice system cannot be dictated by the public, by the masses, or by celebrities who really don't know anything and aren't even there involved in the case. That's not how justice works. One case doesn't fix, according to you, thousands of years of racism. That's according to you. I did not know one court case fixes racism. I don't even know what racism is, but you do, okay? And according to you, this case fixes everything. And then according to some of you, this case doesn't fix anything. So like, you guys are all over the place, all over the place. It's a bunch of low IQ people. Low IQ people demand stuff of other people that that has nothing to do with them at all. Low IQ people just use talking points with nothing to back it up. A bunch of gaslighters. Use key phrase here, insert racial igniting phrase here, insert another key phrase that I've heard 3,000 times from CNN, then say this one topic that I don't know what it means exactly, but I know other people think it means something, and say it loud, and then act upset in scene. That's all it is. You got Congress people uh, doing a live stream after the case, talking about justice. Yeah, I don't want to hear anything from a politician. Politicians are part of the problem. All these people don't like the way the quote unquote the world is. So okay, most of these rules are made up by the politicians. Most of these problems are caused by the politicians. So that means most of the problems are actually caused by the people because the people supposedly voted for these politicians. So who's doing all the protesting? The people. Who's doing all the rioting? The people. The people are causing all these problems. It's the people's fault. The people are, you know, if the people really don't like the police and the way they are run, well, you don't have to have certain people in power. I don't know. Like I think it all comes back to the people. If our voting system is valid, meaning if these people really were voted in office by the people, these congressmen, these people in power, whatever, police chiefs, mayors, presidents, if all these people are really voted in by the masses, then it is the masses' fault that all this is going on. Vote for different people. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. That's if our voting is legit. And so if our voting really is legit, you voted these people in, you voted the people in to pass these laws, you know. Everything can all go, or if you can switch the blame and say the people in charge should do right. But the people don't do right in the first place. So like the whole thing needs an overhaul. The whole thing needs an overhaul. And I don't know how you overhaul a population.